Game 2 of the 2024 Collegiate Women's Soccer season on a sunny afternoon in Central Virginia. UVA back on home soil for a second straight game after a relatively cozy opening game victory on Thursday. Now dicing it up with Northwestern as the Wildcats look for a 6-point road trip before heading back to Chicago. He's Steve Foss. I'm Corey Spector. Thanks so much for being with us on ACC Network Extra. Steve, we have two teams in relatively similar spots, accustomed to making the NCAA tournament, failed to qualify last season, but a lot of expectation they'll be back in the big dance this year. Grant Howard bobbing and weaving and waiting and finding Mangarov and in for a Bogu and links up there with Howard and fizzes it across. Oh, what a beauty from the Who's. Virginia in front. It's Luke Burns. Josie Alessino inside the 18, cuts left, she shoots, and a save! Saffredin with a stonewall. Shot from outside the area, Saffredin sprawls on top of it again. Loose ball, picked up, now it's Engel, 8 goals on her account this season, and now she makes it 9! Whoa, what a shot, and it's 2-1 Flames. Now more of calculated possession here in the second. Slow into Afonso. Leaves it off for Honor. Stephen Honor with space on the right foot, drags it left. Honor shoots, save! Another clutch stop from Micah Seeger. Kone, 1v1 against Gavin English. Kone, so spectacular. Loose ball in front, and Michael Huss has a brace. That is now double-digit goals this season for Michael Huss, and Liberty finally gets its third. 1 minute to go in regulation, 0-0 score. Lamb lifting it, Pella's open, back post, own goal! Off the boot of P2, Virginia, the magic moment with 56 ticks to go! And Clemson's pursuit of 3 points against one of the RPI's best falls short. Virginia gets the win, and Leah Godfrey plays the hero. Opt to go short, Dang blasts it. It goes near the 18, it's headed up and out. How about the effort from Toby Goldner in the final moments of this one? One final long shot from Dang and it's over. Colgate pours onto the field and the Raiders shock the college soccer landscape. The last time the Cavaliers had 2 wins in their first 8 matches in a season, you have to go back to the Lyndon B. Johnson administration, and before we reached the moon, 67 was the last time that happened.
Pretty wild.
Crazy.
I didn't even know they were playing soccer back then.
Yeah, they were. Well, you know what Las Cruces is known for, John?
No.
You don't? Green chili.
Oh, I love green chili.
Now, they put it on everything. Hamburgers, pizza. They also even put it in frozen custard out there. I'm not kidding.
It's, I would definitely give it a try.
Down the line again for Michael Huss. Rodriguez put his shoulder in there. Huss continues to show his strength. Excellent cross, but Kone was not on the end of it. And Kone saves it from going out of bounds. Good hustle.
Yeah, Michael Huss getting to the end line right there. Something that Coach Finley mentioned to us about a couple of his players. He wants them getting to that end line, and that was a good example of it right there.
Yeah, he said that in reference to Leo Kone, John. He said average players, they can cut back in towards the middle. We know that. But if you want to really be special, you got to get to the byline. Yeah,
he brought it up, and I thought it was an interesting point, and we'll find out if Kone takes that to heart today.
Kone is open, off the pass from Huss, and another denial. Andrew Klott restricting the access.
Yeah, Klott getting up pretty angry with his back line right now. He actually got 2 saves off of that one right there as the rebound came back in right to him. Really good ball played out there. Maybe Kone should have carried that a little bit farther, tried to play it back in front of goal. That's a tough angle to play from.
Huss, this offside. That won't count for Gabe Finley. And we'll stop the clock as they take the time to bring the ball back to the spot.
Finley got a little bit of a talking to there from our official about continuing to play after the whistle had blown.
Well, the Flames have not been shown a yellow card over the last 5 matches, which is very strange to see in collegiate men's soccer. Normally, it's a physical game. Doesn't necessarily have the tactics that you would see overseas in a professional match. But we might see some cards today. You never know.
Yeah, they definitely might be available today. I think you're right.
No, you good. Take it. Yeah, good, Gabe. 2 steps right, Gabe. Yeah, good there, right? Good right there.
Nakame lifting it into the box, and it's back out. Finley, nice header forward for Michael Huss as he starts to turn on his engine, but Rodriguez does nicely to keep Huss away.
Yeah, really good header there by Finley. You know, Huss might have wanted to try to pull that ball back right there. Did not have any teammates available to play off of.
Huss, the fifth-year senior from Phoenix. His time in college winding down as we reach the final couple of weeks of October. A guy who was pretty much off the bench his first 3 years of college, but then all of a sudden a big bang a year ago with 5 goals and now another 9 this year. He's inside the box. Kone tries to stay with it. Terrific defense from Southern Indiana. That was Gavin English, the right back.
Yeah, he did a really good job. Went down, able to come back up with the ball, forced Kone to foul him as he came out of the back end.
And John, keep your eye on Gavin English throughout the match. They used him as someone who has a really good throw-in, similar to Jake Pollock, who we saw from Eastern Illinois the other night.
Yeah, that was a lot of good throw-ins the other night by him, and even had to rearrange the furniture on the far side of the field at times.
Yeah, we learned those gates are not pegged into the track over there. Carlos Trott might have the best leg on the Flames. He can clear a ball 60, 70 yards in the air, and he shows off that right there. And another excellent ball from the back line, going from left back to right back, Kelly to Blay. By the way, great to see the Flames back in their original numbers today after they had the breast cancer awareness night on Thursday. All the numbers were different.
Yeah, created a little bit of confusion initially, but we eventually figured it out.
Gabe Finley back in his normal number 11. He wore 10 the other night as his cross is hauled in by the goalkeeper Andrew Klott, the sophomore from St. Charles, Missouri. You know, John, you look at the save percentage of Klott, 726, pretty solid, right? He has been under duress all season long. In fact, he's made more saves than goals allowed in all but one match this year.
Yeah, he's definitely, you know, a player they can lean on, and they've had to lean on because, as we've talked about, offensively, they have been a bit challenged up to this point. They are a very organized team. We could tell that already early in the match. They play well out of the back, but they've got to get that final piece of the puzzle going.
Elmer Garcia to Davila. Moving inside, turnaround shot. Swinehart with the block. And then Blake Franzen picks up the pieces.
Yeah, really good block there by Swinehart, as you mentioned, able to kind of go down on one knee, make sure that shot did not get through to the corner.
Flames have been featuring Michael Huss a whole bunch early on in this match, but he is called for too much contact on Rodriguez.
Yeah, kind of dragged him down as he was trying to play that ball away.
Swinehart vaults in the air, and it finds its way into the hands of Franzen, who quickly distributes out wide for Lucas Kelly. Finley, not enough oomph on that pass for Leo Kone, but Gabe wins it back. Good defense from English. Ahiro Nakame, 16 in the striped blue and red jersey. Nakame, one of several freshmen getting the opportunity to play this season for Coach Santoro. Nakame had a fantastic start to his collegiate career. He became the first freshman for USI with 3 goals in the first 3 matches since Eric Ramirez in 2016. And Ramirez, oh, by the way, is now an assistant. The assignment here for Perry Blay as he gives it back for Franzen, but he couldn't wrap his foot around it. So it's a throw in for Southern Indiana.
Yeah, a little bit of extended attack here by the Eagles as they've gotten into the attacking third. They've got numbers up. They're looking more comfortable knocking it around, and they're just looking for that one little channel to maybe get through and get a quality opportunity off of.
Hall floating it in. Nakame on the left foot. Goal kick, LU.
Yeah, that was kind of a little bit of a quality opportunity right there, and that opened up right there for Nakame. Trying to pull it to the back post with his left foot, went a little bit wide, but you got to get a little bit of an idea there of what they may be able to pull off.
Freshman from Japan, he's got a lot of goal-scoring touch. As we send it down to field level with Annie Corey, more on head coach Matt Santoro for USI.
Yeah, thanks, Corey. When Coach Santoro was navigating his program's transition from NCAA D2 to Division I, he told us a non-negotiable for him was making sure he saw his players through to graduation. He didn't want a complete roster turnover, which is what a lot of coaches honestly would have done in that kind of a situation. He told us the reason for that is because those players are members of the community. He said that they were hoping to earn degrees from SIU, and they had friends there, and they worked super hard for them. So coach said, frankly, it would feel shallow to turn them away once they move to D1. And the players still remaining on this roster from the D2 days, they're grateful for it. Many of them saying it's been their dream to play Division I college soccer, and they're getting to live that out now, Corey.
Yeah, Annie, didn't that just warm your heart, right, John, just to hear that he would keep the team intact? Here's Huss, and Klott is on top of it once again for Southern Indiana, just to keep the guys around, knowing, look, we're not going to sacrifice the roster just to maybe get 1 or 2 more wins each year.
Yeah, and people probably don't think about it, but that would be standard procedure when you are going to a Division I level. Yeah, you might not honor the commitments of previous players as Michael Huss gets away again.
Smart play from Huss. Kone on the easy finish, and it's 2 for the Flames, and we're not even midway done in the first half.
Michael Huss has not timed up all his runs perfectly tonight, but that was one right there that he timed up beautifully. And get a look at Kone celebrating after the goal.
Well, he is showing off the jersey of Brandon Calderon, who could not be here today due to an illness. That's heartwarming, too.
Really is. Lovely ball played in there. Kone did what he knew he had to do, just get it on frame. It was going into goal. Klott was beaten off of that ball that was played over, and nothing he could do about that.
Well, Coach Finley said he needed to get Leo Kone more involved down the stretch this season. He felt like he's had some glimpses here in 2024, but he is returning to the form that he showed early in 2023.